Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Vlogoween. So today's video started out way different than it ended up being. I saw this picture on Pinterest, and I saw the recipe for it, and I was like, that looks totally easy. That seems like a really good vegan dessert, perfect for Halloween. I can use dark chocolate instead of white chocolate. This will be so easy. I'm a capable human being. I can do something like this, but I was so wrong. I'm not capable of doing something like this, and it was way harder than I thought it would be. So I intended for this video to be an instructional, here's how you make 100% vegan Halloween Jack Skellington Oreo Pops, and this has turned out to be more of a, I really tried to make some Jack Skellington vegan Oreo Pops. Anyway, so this video is now kind of what not to do. Don't follow these steps. Try to find a better way around it, unlike me, and do your best. In the end, they didn't turn out quite like I hoped. You know what? Let's just watch from the beginning, back when I still had hope. So I'm going to start off with showing you guys the things that I used. First, I used some unsweetened dark baking chocolate. I used some sticks to hold them together, which didn't work, but I'll get into that. Then I got some Oreos. I also used some wrap/parchment paper, some vegan-friendly food coloring, some vegan-friendly icing, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and some Ziploc bags, which also didn't work, but I'll get into that. Anyway, so I started off with lining a cookie sheet with the, what is this called? Aluminum wrap, just so they wouldn't stick to the cookie sheet. Then I took off the top of the Oreos and put the stick inside. I read online that this was enough to make them stick together. Pro tip, it was not. So I thought they would be fine, but they all ended up falling apart, which you will see in a little bit. But the website said just stick them in the sticks and then it'll be fine. Oh, and then I also broke a lot of cookies trying to do this as well. So then I put them in the freezer to have them kind of set, because again, the website said they would stick better if you put them in the freezer. And as you can see, that didn't work. The other two stuck a little bit better, so that's why I still had hope at this point, but they eventually fell apart too. So now I'm just breaking up some chocolate and putting it in a bowl. Then we're going to melt this chocolate, and this was the only part of this endeavor that actually worked. So I put the bowl in a microwave-safe glass bowl, and then I put it on the microwave for 1 minute. Then after the minute was through, I stirred the chocolate and then put the chocolate back in the microwave for 15-second intervals until the chocolate was totally melted. Like I said, this actually worked. So this is a pretty easy way to melt chocolate if you're going to melt it for other things, like maybe strawberries or anything other than Oreo freaking cake pops. But yeah, it worked really well. Another thing about the chocolate was it was super, super bitter because it's dark chocolate, but that's also because I made it vegan. But anyway, so yeah, I melted all the chocolate. It looks really, really yummy and really, really nice right now. And now I'm trying to put the cake pop into the chocolate. It immediately fell apart. The chocolate held on to that cookie for dear life, and the stupid little stick could do nothing. It did nothing, and then it was in there for too long, and the cookie fell apart, and I wanted to cry. I was so frustrated. So at this point, I just dunked the cookies themselves into the chocolate. I was like, F this. I'm still going to try to make something good since the cake pops didn't work. So I dipped what I had in the chocolate, and they coated really nicely. So that part worked. So yeah, dunking more cookies. Nothing too exciting. It looks really pretty though, let me tell you. If anything, I coated these cookies very nicely with this dark chocolate, I will say. So then I put them back into the freezer so they could harden and they weren't all runny. And this is me praying and hoping that the chocolate cookies turned out semi-okay, and I was really happy because they did. They were covered and they looked nice, and they were chocolate covered cookies. And then they came right off the aluminum wrap too, which made me happy. So now I'm taking that vegan friendly icing I talked about earlier. Duncan Hines has a lot of vegan icings that are awesome. I just used plain vanilla for this one. Stay away from, what is that other brand? Betty Crocker. There we go. Stay away from most Betty Crocker stuff because a lot of her stuff has confectioner's glaze, which is not vegan. But Duncan Hines has a huge amount. Also be wary of chocolate too, because for some reason, a lot of chocolate, I'm looking at you, Ghirardelli chocolate, even the dark chocolate has milk in it. So just be sure to check the labels to make sure that they're vegan if that is important to you. I also read online that if you mix food coloring colors red, blue, and green, you would get a really, really dark gray. It sort of worked. You can see here, I mixed it and it did turn gray. It was not dark. It was not close to black like the other website said. I even added like a whole bunch more and it never really got darker than this. But anyway, it worked okay for what I had. At this point, I was so done, you guys, with these cookies. I was just like, whatever. And also, McCormick food colorings are vegan safe, just so you guys know. So then I tried to shove all the icing into a plastic baggie. I'm now aware that they have bags made specifically for doing this. But I used a plastic bag and I cut a hole out of it to make that work. And I used that to make the little faces, which you will see now also did not work that well. This is the last step. I was done after this. Like I said, they're not that cute. They did not turn out like the dumb Pinterest picture that I found online, and I wanted these to be so cute, and they just didn't work. It's actually pretty funny now that I look back and watch this video, and I can see how frustrated I was over these dumb cookies, but yeah, at least I can laugh about it now. Alright, so that was my absolute failure at trying to make Jack Skellington vegan Halloween Oreo Pops. I really tried my best, guys. I thought it would be super easy. It wasn't super easy. I'm not a baker. I don't really do this kind of stuff. And I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, this will be super easy and super quick. And it was not. But even though they're kind of ugly, I haven't tried them yet. So they may still taste good. So I'm going to try it with you guys right now. So it's actually not bad. I kind of like them. I like them a lot. Because you still have the Oreo part inside of it. And then you have the bitterness of the dark chocolate with the sweetness of the icing. So it kind of tones down the dark chocolate a bit. But yeah, so they may be ugly. They may not be cute. But they are tasty. So I would call this mostly a win. Like 65% win. The rest fail. So not a complete loss. I probably won't make these again because they were a pain in the butt. And like I said, they did not turn out cute. But if you are someone who bakes often or someone who's sort of not totally incompetent at this kind of stuff like I am, then you may have way better results. So if you want to try this for yourself, please do. Please send me a picture if you do, because I'd love to see, even if you guys end up making some that look like mine. I'd still love to see. But this was a lot of fun, and now I have a whole bunch of misshapen Jack Skellington Oreo, chocolate-covered Oreo pop things. I don't even know what they are anymore because the sticks didn't work. So they're just chocolate-covered Oreos. They're not even pops, but not a complete loss. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me fail completely at this Pinterest adventure. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And then I will see you guys tomorrow for another Vlogoween. Stay spooky.